going home.
Fucking Raikkonen. What a fucking idiot.
This is unacceptable. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unacceptable.
This is Formula One.
Starting to grow on me, that is. What do you think? Hello everyone and welcome back to the BUKC from the perspective of the Swansea University Motorsport team. Today we're in our native Wales up north at Glan y Gors, which a lot of people are now claiming is their favourite kart track, and given the scenery and given the type of day we had, I'm entitled to agree with them. The track itself was absolutely wonderful and it was genuinely just a really great day for karting in general. And everyone was having a lovely time, and especially this man here, who in the very first race decided to go have himself a little sunbathe, which is, to be honest, I haven't got any problems with that. So he's in a good mood, and we were in a good mood going into this day because, unlike normally where we just stay at a travel lodge, we got to stay at our Vice President Ben's house, as well as staying on 3 beds, and also getting a glimpse of his immense game collection. I mean, some people might call it sad, I call it pretty awesome. And as well as getting to stay at a house, we got a new mascot, which is Stanley! Stanley the Newfoundland, absolute legend, everyone loved him, he's our new mascot, give that man a pedigree chum. And all this was possible thanks to the hospitality of Ben's parents Ian and Vanessa. Without them we would have had to stay at some crummy travel lodge, and it was very kind of them to let us stay at their house. Also there was a visit from Ben's nana, as we can see here, the 4 of them having a great time, and a special thank you to Ian for helping us out with the pit board during one of our endurance races. But when it comes to fathers visiting the BUKC, I'm sorry Ian, you've been absolutely outdone by Simon here. Simon's Adam's dad, and he's so dedicated to the BUKC that he went and slept in a lay-by in order to come see his son Carl. Well done that man. So we cut into the first race now. I'm happy to say that Sean has finally got a race all to himself so I can give him a bit of commentary. I was going to go stand up on the main clubhouse, but unfortunately as you can see there were quite a lot of people there. We cut into the race now, and Sean is just coming into view there. I believe he's stuck in front of a Premier. Oh, no he's not. No he's not. There he is. That's another Bandit. So Sean's just coming up. The Premier has now got past the other Bandit, and now Sean's right on his tail. Is there going to be a big clash of the Bandits? Well, there might have been, but we didn't film it because we were in a different position. Sorry, Sean. So we can see here that he has moved up to 25th. He did start 30th, so he's doing quite well for now. The pit board gets brought out, ready for its first use, and Sean comes out of the snake and he's let know that he is in 26th. I love the pit board very much. Oh look, the other bandit decided to have a little crash. Very nice of him. And even nicer, he's decided to let Pushcart Johnny take the car out for him. Can you give us a hand, mate? This thing is quite heavy. Nah, sorry fam, got to look after your car. But please, it really is heavy. Nah, sorry fam, no can do. Oh, alright, let's push you away then. So Sean's coming through the snake again. Funny that, he's been coming through here quite a lot as he gets overtaken by the Premier class in an orange helmet. Hopefully that man doesn't try and kill him like the other orange helmets from last week. And we cut to the final lap of the race, and Sean once again has been a bit lacking on the content, but you know, that's just how it works. Can't film everything. It does get a bit tiresome. Now for a Stanley watch. God, I love Stanley. Anyway, we cut into the next race, and I'm racing for the A team. I'm starting, I think, 19th. And Gilbert's decided to get himself a GoPro as well. He's in the B team this week because we wanted to sort out our weight categories a bit better. So we now cut forward to the start of the race. It was a weird start to this one. There was only one warm-up lap, which is a bit odd. Normally you have 2, maybe 3, but I don't know, they just decided to get it underway early. And we can see here that I've lost a bit of ground to the karts in front, stuck behind King's College A, who's going to play an important part later, but hopefully we're going to make up the ground that was initially been lost, and we're going to do that immediately on King's College A as I go down the inside of Spoon and make the move stick. Very good overtaking from me, if I don't say so myself. And we're coming down into the carousel now. There's a man in the middle trying to get, well, through the middle obviously. Am I going to make up any positions in the carousel? I am on the inside of Blue Suit. but it doesn't look like it's going to work, and he actually does a nice little move down the inside of white helmet, black suit, to start to come into the snake now. Someone on the inside, but I'm not having any of it, and now we're going to try and look to find any lines coming into the snake. Am I going to be able to get a nice little drive off here? It looks there's a commotion up there, and I'm going to try and drive around 3 of them, and I actually make it, and I pull it off. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to give myself a Galaxy Crispy. Those things are amazing. And we have a look now at Gilbert's start. He got a bit confused, he told me, because of the start, and he lost quite a few positions. We see here he's already lost about 2 positions, and there's another man on his inside. Is he going to lose out to them? It looks like he has, and he's going to lose out to another. He gets a little bump there, and he's going to fight around the outside, but no, unfortunately, white helmet and a grey and black suit. That's a nice colour. That's an interesting colour combination. Further on in the race, I'm now stuck behind a group of 4 carts, and I'm looking to make a nice little move on orange and white helmet into Spoon, and I leave it late, and I get it done. Absolutely fantastic. I'm very proud of that. Gilbert now coming out of the snake, and he's got 1 move done. Now he's going to try a little move on that man in the white helmet into tower block curb corner, because obviously those that were there, you know how big that curb was. As we come into the main straight, they're 4 abreast coming up the main straight, and Gilbert, is he going to make up any positions? He's made up 1. Is he going to make up another? He's going to try it. Oh, it's really close, and he hasn't got white man, but he has got this man here. No, he hasn't, and he's lost another position. And unlucky Gilbert. Try again next time. Coming now to me, and look where we are. We're coming out of the snake, as the man I overtook earlier into Spoon has now just overtaken me, so I've lost that position. But now we can see that I'm stuck at the back of quite a long train. Hopefully these guys are going to trip over each other, but there's a man on the inside there, but I've shut the door on him. But hopefully with this being at the back of this snake, them lot are going to run into each other, and I'm going to be able to make up a hell of a lot of places, or I'm going to lose another place there to that man in the white helmet and blue suit, and I'm losing another to the Union Jack man. I like that helmet a lot. Good man. Looking at what Gilbert's getting up to, he's coming through the first corner onto the main straight. He's got a couple of carts in front of him. Oh my, what? Oh. Well, I guess you could say that his pro decided to go. Meanwhile, look where I'm coming into. I'm coming into the snake as... Oh, that sounded really dodgy. No, I'm not coming into snake. I'm moving through the snake. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to try another triple overtake, but it hasn't quite worked out. And I'm now with my old mate in the orange helmet, and I get a nice move into tower block curb corner as we come now onto the main straight. I think I knocked the cone over, but I'm just about going to... I think I did get away with it in the end. Oh, probably should have said that. Anyway, let's see what Gilt's getting up to. Riveting stuff. Coming into Spoon now. For once we're not coming into the snake. Oh, no, I said it again. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, I didn't get the move done on him, and now this man's got past me as well in a very nice multicoloured helmet. Very nice. Good man. And this is basically how my race stayed for pretty much the majority of it. I was stuck behind these guys pretty much all the time. Just couldn't quite overtake them, but I suppose at the end of the day, that is racing. It can't all go your own way. Anyway, let's cut back to see how Gilbert's getting on. Absolutely compelling. Further on into the race now, we're coming back into Spoon, and the sun is starting to set. And oh my god, there's a man overtaking me, and that is King's College A, who I was starting behind. He's caught up with me, and now he's in front, and there's not a lot of time left, so I'm going to have to try and get past him. As you see here, we're now moving on to the final lap as I come up the main straight. Surely there's got to be some sort of opportunity to overtake. He's having a look over his shoulder. Hopefully he's distracted, but he moves to the inside. I try and something around the outside, but I think he's just going to be able to hold on to that position. Nothing going into Spoon. Is there going to be anything later on in the lap? Coming back into the snake now, and I'm trying to find any type of line to be able to get past him, but it's very difficult to overtake through here, and it's just not looking like it's going to be happening. Desperation starting to sink in as we come into the final corner. I'm going to try a faster line, but it's not going to work, and I give him a bit of a bump, and now he's really getting angry with me. Now, is that entirely necessary? I mean, yes, I know I gave you a bit of a bump, but I didn't hit you out of the race. I just really didn't understand why that kind of reaction was warranted. I don't know. Maybe his menstrual cycle has started early. Someone get him a cranberry juice. Anyway, what did you think of it, Stanley? Quite right too. Anyway, that race finished with me in 24th, which really annoyed me actually, because we're kart 23 and we were one position below where we technically should be. But anyway, how did Gilbert get on? Compelling stuff. Oh my god, there's a man! It's Pushcart Johnny. Pushcart Johnny has come to the rescue. He's rescued Gilbert's GoPro. Thank you very much, Johnny. That was very kind of you to drive over and get it. Apparently it actually fell out of the case, so you're lucky to still have a GoPro, Gilbert. But I can tell you that he finished in 25th, as Johnny waves to the camera there, as he rightfully should do. So yeah, Gilbert finished in 25th position, just behind me. Good result for the B team. Possibly could have done better in the A team, but we still got a couple of races left to go, so hopefully the others can make up for my slight lacking. Unfortunately, however, we don't have any footage of Ben's race because his camera didn't record. Don't know why. He finished in P20, decent result. Adrian, meanwhile, in his race, he was starting in P2 and P1 was holding back a bit, but this has actually turned out to work in P3's advantage as he now moves up into P2 and Adrian slots in behind. And not a lot really happened at the start, he just stayed in third. Not a lot really happened in this race at all, apart from Adrian getting a little bit wide there, and now Piers Pryor's overtaking him as he was always going to do. Loughborough bastards. And Adrian gets overtaken once again. Basically the theme of this video, of this race, is Adrian gets overtaken a lot. And so he's now lost another 2 positions. Oh, but hang on, is this an opportunity for Adrian to overtake someone? Yes, it is. Adrian's got a rare overtake done. And he's going to have another one? Yes, he is, and I find that very funny. The man just had a little spin. And the camera has now been moved, and Adrian's now fighting our friend from Brighton, Dom Tranquil. Tranquil, is that, am I pronouncing that right? Probably. Anyway, Adrian got a nice little move down there, but that looks like it's going to hurt him, because I believe that is Dom on his outside as he comes down into the carousel. Is Adrian going to be able to hold back the charge? No, he's not. Dom makes it through, and unfortunately that is 1-0 to Brighton. Unlucky Adrian. And that is the end of his race. I mean, literally nothing too interesting happened apart from he got overtaken a few times and had a little fight with Brighton. But he finished P11 and 3rd in class. Time for a check-in with Stanley. We're on to the 5th race now, and good news for fashion experts everywhere. Adam is racing in his lovely white overalls, and Jasper's in racing as well. And they're starting sort of in the middle of the pack. I think Adam was 16th. I can't quite remember where Jasper was. I think he's just in front of him actually. So hopefully we're going to have some A versus B action as we come over the line. It's getting all a bit bumpy coming into the first corner as Jasper's coming down the main straight. And who's that? Those are the red shoes. There he is. The fashion icon himself is having a go at Jasper, but it looks like Jasper's going to be able to hold out. No, he's not. Adam tries around the outside into Spoon, but there's a spinner. Adam, no! Adam, are you okay? There's a spinner. Oh, thank God he made it through. Thank God. Oh, that was scary as we come now into the carousel. Adam really getting involved there. I wonder how much he knew about that as he comes through the carousel now. He hasn't made up any positions. Adam getting close to Jasper now. Hopefully we're going to see an overtake on the B team soon as we cut through to what Jasper saw, and you see him here get overtaken by that man on the outside. And there's a man coming through in the inside into the carousel. It's a Premier, and he's fighting hard. Is that going to let him down? Yes, it is. Adam has made it past the B team as he rightfully should. Now Adrian, whoever he is, Jasper, that's the one, has lost quite a lot of positions coming into the snake. I've really got to stop saying that. That's bad. But as we can see, that Jasper has lost a number of positions, and he's now run wide, and he's lost another one. Good work. Going into the snake, as we see Adam is just done a nice move on that man there into the second part of the snake as we exit the snake, and now are coming through Tower Curb corner, and Adam's got a nice little drive there. 52 goes down the inside of 47, and now it looks like Adam's going to have an opportunity to take him as well as you come. No, we're not going to see what Adam did. Instead we're going to have a nice little group shot. Oh, look at that. Everyone's getting on. Stanley's lying down. Everyone's happy, and that's what we like to see. Anyway, back to the racing. As we see, Adam has made it past 47. Good man there. Is he going to be able to get past 52 into the carousel? Doesn't look like it. Fast corner, difficult overtaking opportunity. In fact, the entire track was quite difficult to overtake. Hence why there aren't a lot of overtakes in this race. Jasper heading into Spoon now. We can see that there's a man who has lost quite a lot of momentum, and it looks like Jasper's going to be able to easily drive around the outside as he starts pointing for some reason. A bit odd. And Jasper now does a nice little overtake into Tower Curb corner. Nearly gets the man in the black helmet, but not quite. Adam, meanwhile, is having a nice little fight here with this man, but it looks like he's just going to lose out. We see here that Jasper is now coming up to the man in another multicoloured helmet. Good stuff to see, as he's going to try an overtake down the inside into that bar, but it looks like he's going to get him into the snake. Well done. Adam coming out of the carousel, and unfortunately this is the end of the action for him. I'm sorry, it's fashion gurus everywhere, you're not going to be able to see much of the glorious man. He finished in P11 in the end, and unfortunately he sort of ruined our little system, because Ben had set a 50.8, I'd set a 50.7, Adrian 50.6, Adam ruined it and set a 50.4. Selfish, and that was the end of the race. Jasper did quite well in the end. I think he finished P20, so with Adam 11 we're all doing quite well at the moment. Time for another check-in with our main man Stanley. We're now we're out of focus, and we're now coming into the final race, and it's just Will representing the B team. He was starting in P3, but as you can see here, he does not get a very good start as we come up the main straight, looking to see the commotion going on there, but it's actually quite a good start as the pace karts are racing each other as we head up through the fast right-hander, and now coming into Spoon, we're looking to find Will. I can't see him at the moment. No, there he is. He's dropped to, it looks like he's in about 9th, maybe 10th. But, so yeah, a bit of a lost position. Now he looks like he's going to lose another position to that Premier man there, but he makes it through for now as we head through the right-hander and into, you guessed it, a right-hander. And where are we heading now, you wonder? Into the snake. Of course, I didn't say the dodgy thing that I can, for some reason, not stop saying. But we see the, where have I gone? Camera's all over the place, but we see him coming through now, and there's number 44, Will Goodhue. There he is, and he's held off the Premier for the first lap, and he's now heading up through the first corner into the main straight, and is the Premier going to be able to get him into the fast right-hander? It doesn't look like it for the moment, but there could be an opportunity going into Spoon. They are very close, as come on, actually get some footage. Yes, he's still in front of the Premier, and is there an opportunity for a move coming into carousel? No, because there's a yellow flag, and he has closed up massively on the Premier man just in front, but now he's lost more time. Now the other Premier, it looks like he's going to potentially get back past him as we head through the right-hander, and now going into the snake, and it looks like number 5. No, is that number 5, number 6? I think, is he going to get him? No, he's not. Good defensive driving from Will there, heading out of the snake. And I'm sorry to say, once again, this is the end of the footage for Will. Obviously, we didn't want to waste the battery, and that was about it. But as we're looking to see if Premier is going to overtake him, doesn't look like it. As I try some zooming, and we cut away. Yep, we cut away from the footage, and you can see here he's in 14th at the moment, but I think he ended up finishing in 12th. A lot of incidents went on in the sprint races and the endurance races, and you can't quite see it there, but he did actually manage to set a 50.2, there it is, a 50.278, a very good lap time. And we did quite well in the sprints in general. And the A team managed to finish in the top 30, the B team sadly didn't, but we all still put in a very good shift. And I've left this in there because I can't quite remember what this conversation was about, so if anyone comes up with a funny suggestion as to what this conversation was about, then you'll earn yourself a packet of Maltesers. The small packet, not the big one. I've not made of money. So anyway, we head into the endurance races now and cut straight on board to Jasper coming down into the carousel on his first lap. He was starting in, I can't remember what, as he come into, oh dear God, it's already gone to pot. That's annoying. But as we'll learn later on in the video, spinning out early in the endurance races isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'm sure Jasper's got an opportunity to make up for the ground that he has unfortunately just lost. As you can see here, he's also being pushed off last as well. Adam, on the other hand, started in P3, and you can see here he's actually made his way up to P2, so the fashion icon himself has done a very good job right at the start, but he is being closed up on. And absolutely sod all happened in Jasper's race as well. But actually, no, something did happen, as he is having a go at this man in the very similarly coloured suit, white and blue. That is a very common theme. Is he going to have another go into... No, he's not. No, nothing happened. Adam, meanwhile, is defending from the Premier who is chasing him down for P2. He's defended into the carousel. Is the Premier man going to have an opportunity going up into the right-hander? No, he's not. Adam defends well as we cut back on board to Jasper, who's having a fight with the same man as he's going to try again to go around the outside into the fast right-hander, whose name I cannot remember. Is it going to work this time? He's level with him as he head into Spoon. Has he got the move done? It looks like he has. Great move from Jasper there. Cut back to Adam, and he's going through that lovely place called the Snake, and he's lost out to the Premier, and he's about to lose out to number 9 as well, who I don't know who they are, and yes, he has lost that position and moves further down the grid. Jasper coming through the... Oh, what's he done? Oh, he's acknowledged that he's time to come into the pits, and he comes into the pits like the good boy that he is. Now, I'm sorry to say that Jasper's GoPro, I think, ran out of charge by the end of... But by the time he was ready to go out again, and so didn't record anything. What I can tell you is that Jasper and Sean, who you just see there getting ready to do his stint, did a very good job, and I think finished in P25 or P24. I can't remember at the moment. I'm not looking at the BUKC website because, well, I can't be bothered. But yeah, good result for the B team, roughly where they should be, as I've said before. And now we see Adam come into the pits, and his time is up. I think he came in, he dropped to about 9th. Or something, something of the sort. So now it's Adrian's turn to go out and represent the A team and hopefully get us a good result. We are definitely on for that. As he comes out of the pit, as we come now through Tower Block Curve, Adrian is stuck behind these 3 cars. And as we head into the first corner, I'm going to give you an opportunity to guess as to what happens next. So, A, these 3 collide with each other and Adrian passes by with no problems. B, Adrian takes it up the rear and ends up in the muddy grass. Or C, these 3 bump into each other and Adrian glides down the inside, no problem. 3, 2, 1. Well done, if you guessed correctly, you've earned yourself a packet of minstrels. So yeah, basically after that, Adrian didn't really do much in the race. Bit of a theme there, but he does get a nice little, he does have a little fight here with some bandits and gets past this man no problem whatsoever and gives him a little wave as well. And as we come into the carousel, Adrian gets a bit of a bump and is passed through by that man and shows that man a finger of gratitude. And he gets another overtake on the bandit man there, gets overtaken by the man in the black suit, and then overtakes the other bandit. And now he's going to have a little fight with this man in the blue suit and black helmet, as orange helmet with a white top goes down the inside, and Adrian's going to try it as well, but black suit, black helmet covers off, and now he heading to the spoon. Adrian has lost time. But now we come down into the carousel, and it looks like Adrian is going to have the run on him this time. As he comes down the inside, it looks like he's got the move done, but he runs a bit wide, and that has allowed Black Helmet to come back through. Cut forward now again, he's coming into the fast right hand, and he's getting a lot of time. That car obviously has a problem with top end, and he dives down the inside, no problem. He made that look absolutely easy. Oh, but he gets overtaken again, so oh well. And he acknowledges that he's time to come into the pits, which he does like a good boy. And that was the end of the footage, because I forgot to record Adam because it had all gone a bit wrong, so I wasn't in the mood. But what I can tell you is that we finished right in front of the B team, so considering we had 2 spins, not the end of the day, as we cut to another shot of Stanley. How cute is he? And Gilbert gives him a little scratch. Who's your good boy? Now, in the second endurance, it was only the B team out, and this was the only bit of recording I did. What I can tell you is that, as you saw there, Will was just getting pushed off. He spun on the very first lap, but the rise he did was only equivalent to one thing, so I'm going to demonstrate this through the use of Sebastian Vettel's race from Brazil 2012. Spun right at the start, but rose like a phoenix and was able to come through and finish in something like P11, which is absolutely unbelievable. And of course, they were also able to win their 3rd World Championship in a row. Well done, those men. Gilbert was the other driver, and he put in a stonker of a lap. I think he set a 50 dead, the fastest lap of the day. He's finally come good, and it was just happened to be when he was in the B team, not in the A team. Well done, Gilbert. Well done. So finally we cut to the final race of the day, and this time we have got some footage from Ben, as we were going to get going there, but there was a restart for some reason. And now we are definitely getting underway, as Ben, it looks like he's got a decent drive coming up there, and we can see 2 people have already spun off. That was Piers Pryor and another man. So Ben even has made a very good start, made up a lot of positions, and he is definitely in the thick of it. We need to get a good result here now to make up for the earlier spin. As we come into Spoon, is there going to be anything here for Ben? No, it doesn't look like there is going to be. He's been overtaken down the inside. Oh, guys, why are you slowing down? Oh, it's not. Oh, it's another restart, for God's sake. It was only 2 carts. That could be repaired. Oh well. So we finally get this race underway. Is everyone going to be good going into the first corner? It looks like it. And is Ben going to be able to make up positions? No, he's not. We've been really screwed over by that restart, because we were doing really well there, but unfortunately it just hasn't quite worked out into this one. But nevertheless, Ben is going to have a go on this man who's wearing a suit that I used to wear, but unfortunately, have now changed it. And is there going to be anything for Ben coming into Spoon? It looks like he's really, bloody hell, he's really getting in the thick of it now, and he's unfortunately not been able to make up any position. Well, I think he's made up a few, but not as many as we would have liked. But he's coming round the carousel now, and it looks like, is he going to get another position? He's only going to go on the man in the green helmet. Very good choice of colour, but it doesn't look like there's going to be anything just yet, and he gives that man a bit of contact. Ben, you've got to watch that. Coming down into the carousel now, and is there going to be any more opportunity for Ben to do it? I think it is. I think he's just done a triple overtake on them. Yes, he has. An absolutely fantastic bit of racing there. Ben gets 3 in 1, and that is what we like to see. Well done, that man. I hate to say it, but that was very good racing. We've got further into the race now, and we are coming out of Spoon and heading down towards the carousel. Ben tries to go down the outside. That was foolish. Now he's let someone who looks like Adam, don't copyright him, he's let someone who looks like Adam come down the inside. So we head through the fast right-hander into Spoon, and no. Oh, you're kidding me. So when I worked out that Ben had a spin, I was really angry and thought that Ben had cocked up. But having looked back at this footage, you could quite clearly see this was not his fault. And I'm really glad that that man got into the grass as well as having to pull his car out in the same way that Ben is, because quite frankly, he deserved it. So as we wait for Pushcart Tronny to come and get us, I'm really equally happy to see that he's fallen over. You deserve that. Thanks for ruining our race. But oh well, we move on from this. As I said earlier, even if you spin in the endurances, you can still get a decent result, but that really has killed us, unfortunately. So Ben acknowledges the pit board, which is being galled out by his dad, and comes into the pits, unfortunately very aggressively. He was driving very quickly for some reason. I think Adrian gave him the signal to slow down. Ben, you've really got to work on these pit stops. If anything goes wrong, we are going to blame you a lot. So now it's my turn to head out, and I'm hoping to make up for the ground that has been lost by that unfortunate incident. But unfortunately, in my bit of the race, absolutely nothing happened. I get overtaken by this man Binfield from Warwick, who I like to think of as our rivals for BUKC videos, and I also ran a bit wide there and unfortunately picked up a few penalties for track extensions. I did, however, get one overtake done on this man in the red suit and white helmet, which I felt pretty good about. I had a nice little fight with this Binfield guy. It was relatively well matched, but unfortunately this track is difficult to overtake on, and I wasn't able to get him. So I acknowledge that it's my time to come into the pits, and I do so accordingly. And this time I'm not going to go as fast as Ben did, and I come over to the far jerry can, and that was the end of my day. And what am I watching right now? I don't know. So Ben is having a nice little fight here with Dom Tranquil, our old friend, and is he going to be able to make up for Adrian's mistakes earlier and get past the Brighton A captain? Fortunately, man, the orange helmet has come through, and that's going to give Ben an opportunity to come down into the carousel. It looks like he's got past him. Very good, and that was the end of the race. So we finished 24th in the end, but we suffered from quite a lot of penalties and were demoted to 28th. So once again, the endurances just haven't gone to plan, which they never do, really. So that was the end of the day. Much better from us in round 5, and for the A team, I should say. B team did well in the sprints, but did even better in the endurances. And now, going into the final round, it looks like the B team could even be capable of overtaking the A team in the final runnings, which is obviously not what we want for the A team, but if B team can manage it, well done them. And I'm just going to finish on this shot, because obviously Glan y Gors is a lovely track, and we will see you in the next one.